Coming up on episode 79 of Creative Writing, I'm closing out 2016 with my last podcast of the year and talking about how to plan for 2017.
I can't go back to sleep, it's almost light. These restless thoughts have kept me up again tonight.
Hello and welcome to Creative Writing. This is the podcast for writers and bloggers who want to build an online platform without being smarmy. I'm your host, Kirsten Oliphant, and I'm so glad that you are here and listening today. This is going to be my last podcast of the year, and I'm actually a day late if you're someone who actually pays attention to when podcasts drop. I know some of you are. I know I'm always waiting eagerly for the podcast I listen to every week to drop their latest episode, but we are in the land of December, which is crazy with family and holidays, and I'm sure you're living in it too. And then we're also in the new baby land. And so I have just been hanging out holding a baby a lot and not doing a lot of business type stuff lately. So in any case, that's kind of where we are. So this is going to be my last podcast of the year because I have a lot of other projects I want to finish up. So I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about planning for 2017. First, a big thank you to ConvertKit, who sponsors the show. One of the things I talk about probably a little too much, I don't know if you guys are sick of it yet, is email, my favorite thing. And really, when it comes down to the time I have, which right now is limited to spend on things business, if I'm going to spend my time doing something, it's going to be sending an email. The most effective thing for me is not to write a blog post, not to do social media shares, not to schedule out Twitter and Pinterest, but to email my subscribers. It really is. And ConvertKit has totally changed the way I do business. So if you're interested in trying a free month of ConvertKit, you can do that by going to creativewriting.com/ConvertKit. That's my affiliate link. And you are not able to get this free trial just anywhere. They don't offer it on their site or other places. So it's really a cool exclusive thing. I have a private Facebook group for my ConvertKit affiliate. So if you actually do sign up for that free month, shoot me an email so that I know and can add you to that secret group. Shoot me an email to let me know that you signed up. My email is kirsten@kirstenoliphant.com. Thank you so much, ConvertKit, for sponsoring the show. So 2016, it's ending. How are you feeling? I had the most profitable month, I think, ever in my business in November, which is kind of exciting. And now December kind of rolled through and I realized, hey, we're like 10 days from Christmas and I've done nothing for my business or in my life. But again, you have seasons in your life, and I'm in the season of having a new baby, and we know it's going to be our last baby. So I am just enjoying every second of holding that baby who's growing already too fast. But in any case, that's where I am right now. And I don't know where you are, but I have a lot of plans for 2017 and a lot of things I still need to get done. So I wanted to share a few tips for you. This will be a shorter episode and the last one of the year, but I've got some great ones coming up next year. So don't forget about me in the couple weeks where I go silent. So here are some tips. The first one that I want to share with you is that you need to figure out your own way of planning. Every year, I go to the store and buy a planner because I like them. I love new school supplies still, even though I'm not in school. I love calendars, and I buy one and I write in it for about a week or two, and then I find it next year. And I'm really not kidding. I actually realized, I think it was 2015, I bought 3 separate calendars because I forgot I'd already bought one. And then I forgot I'd bought 2. So, and then one year I bought a $50 planner, like one of the fancy planners. It was beautiful. I loved it. It had stickers and smelled nice, and I never used it. So you need to figure out what works for you. Okay, I've stopped buying planners. I hold myself back when I'm in the store. Maybe I'll buy like a $4.99 calendar or something, but I'm not going to go buy an expensive planner because it doesn't work for me. What does work for me is in my office, and maybe I'll share some pictures on social media or in the Facebook group, is I have a big giant calendar that shows the entire year. I like to look at things month to month, and I'll get into more about that in a second. But I've learned that what works for me is I have tiny notebooks where I write things down for the week. I have a big sheet of paper where I write my to-do list for the week that's kind of up in my office. And then I have a big calendar so I can see the big picture. That's what works for me. You need to figure out what works for you. And don't try to do what works for everybody else. So if you're like me and you reject planners, even though you want to use them, don't use them. Don't spend the money. Don't think if I spend $50, then I'll use it. Because that's what I thought. I didn't use it. Figure out your own process. It's just like with writing. The way that you write, you figure out your writing process. You need to write that way. It doesn't mean you can't try new things or get in the habit of doing something else or practice good habits, but you also need to learn how you work and how your brain works and your personality, and then don't fight that, okay? You can grow in areas, but don't fight it. So that's my first tip, is to figure out what works for you. And then my second big tip is that you need to look at the big picture. So something that really helped me last year was to have that big calendar on the wall. And over each month, I wrote something about what was happening that month. So I had actually planned to launch my membership site in April. It didn't end up happening until, I guess, the end of October, beginning of November of this year, which was a good thing because I had some time to think about it. But at least I knew on the calendar, okay, what's happening in March? I'm planning to launch a membership site. What's happening in June? I'm running the Profitable Blogging Summit. So that means in May, I'm recording sessions and preparing for the Profitable Blogging Summit. So I could look at my calendar in kind of a year's big picture way and know that when opportunities came along for other things that, hey, I can't do that in June because I already have this giant thing going on. Or here's what my focus is going to be for the next month. And I was able to kind of look at that big picture, see where maybe blank spaces were, see where maybe I had a slow month where I needed to put something in, and kind of see overall what was going to be the best thing for my business and for my planning. That really helped me a lot. And I'll give another specific example of how this works. So affiliate marketing is something that I have been doing a lot more of lately, which is basically when you are promoting a product that you get paid a commission for recommending if somebody signs up. I've had a couple different episodes about that if you want to listen to those and learn about affiliate marketing. And that was something that's really grown for me this year, and I want to continue to grow that. So if you want to go listen to episode 77, I give tips for how to do better with affiliate marketing. One of the things that I learned is that if you have too many things to promote, because I'm building my own products, I have books that I'm selling, I have courses, I have the membership site, I have all these things I'm selling, and then I also have affiliate promotions. If I do too many things, then it's way more markety than I want to be. I want to offer a lot of value to my subscribers, and also they understand it's a business, so they should know that they are going to be sold to. That doesn't mean they have to buy, and I'm not rejecting people who don't buy. I still want them on my list, but I want to not be promoting 10 million things every single month. So that big picture has really helped me, because this fall I signed up to do a few affiliate programs, and it ended up that like 3 of them were in the same month, and I was also launching something. And so that made it really less effective for me, both in terms of my own products, because it was competing. Like if I'm asking you guys or telling you guys about products that are, $100 to $200, and I'm also trying to sell my own products that are $100 to $200, that's making you have to choose, and I don't want to do that. So it's really important when you're looking at that big picture to kind of think about where those affiliate programs are going to fall. So one of the things that I am doing is, last year I offered the Epic Blog Planner, and you can still get that if you sign up for my email list, but I'm going to update that this year. And if you want to find that, you can go to creativewriting.com/free planner. It'll be just a landing page. It'll sign you up, and when it's ready, you will get the planner. So what it's going to be, it's not necessarily the kind of planner where it goes week by week, like a calendar type planner. It's more of a strategy guide, and it's over 50 pages and helps you kind of schedule out your year. And I learned a lot of things about this year, or from this year, about how to structure that. So what I'm going to add into that, and this kind of goes with that tip, is a piece that helps you think about each month and think about whether your focus is going to be launching your own product or promoting your own product. That's one thing, not two. So launching or promoting your own product, promoting someone else's product as an affiliate, or maybe growing your list. And you might do all 3 every single month, but it is a lot of things. So depending on where you are in your business or kind of building your platform, you may not want to do all 3 in a month. You may want to do 1 or 2. Maybe you always want to be doing list building, but perhaps you have one big list building thing. Like I have the summit, which is going to happen again this year. That's a huge thing. And that's my only list growth for that month, because that's a huge list growth. So that's something to think about, is what you're doing each month. So if I'm doing the Profitable Blogging Summit one month, I don't also want to be an affiliate for somebody else's summit or program that month. The only thing I want to do is my own summit that month. So if I know ahead of time, okay, that's happening in June, In March, I've already signed up for someone's affiliate program. In January, I'm an affiliate for a program and I'm launching something, but they're two different things. And so I feel okay about doing them both in the same month, but that helps me think about it. I knew when someone asked me to be an affiliate for their summit and speak at their summit that I was already launching something that month. So I had to sit and think, okay, can I do both of these in a month? And the answer this time was yes, but maybe next time it won't be. So this is something that's really important to think about, is the big picture, so that you're not saying yes to too many things, so you can focus on the things that you need to focus on. So what I'm going to do is, if you want this free planner that's going to help you look at those big picture things, help you plan out 2017, it's going to be ready very soon. So you can head over to the landing page. Maybe it's already ready. Who knows? Depends when you're listening to this. Head over to creativewriting.com/free planner so that you can download your planner now or when it's ready. That sums up 2016. It's been a great year, and I cannot wait to get into 2017 with you. Thanks again to ConvertKit for sponsoring the show, and don't forget your free 30 days. creativewriting.com/ConvertKit. A big thank you also to Jasmine Commerce of JasmineCommerceMusic.com for the music for this show. Go check her out and show her some love. She's an amazing musician, and I love having her tunes at the beginning and end of each episode. I'm happy you guys are here. There are no show notes for this episode, but if you want to connect further, you can either join the Creative Writing community at creativewriting.com/community or subscribe to my email list, creativewriting.com/subscribers. Thank you guys for listening, and I hope you have an inspired week and an inspired end of the year.